This past year has left us asking a lot of questions like, is it always going to be this way? And what if this pressure doesn't let up? I don't know how much longer I can handle this. There's a strength we find when we look to God. I've been so encouraged by some words from the Apostle Paul. Praise be to God, the Father of compassion and the God of all comfort, who comforts us in all our troubles. Comforts, that word is a combination of soothing and strengthening. Troubles is a weighty word, isn't it? It's that pressure that can feel overwhelming and crushing. And I've experienced some of that this year, and I know some of you have as well. And I love that Paul says that God comforts us in all our troubles. And I think some of you hear a verse like that and it feels a little patronizing to you. It seems to downplay or undermine your trouble. Because some of you have experienced some heavy troubles and loss this past year. And you're saying, you're telling me that my troubles aren't that big a deal? And I'm not saying that or downplaying them. I think it's important to recognize that the emphasis of this statement is not to minimize your trouble. It's to emphasize God's comfort. There's probably nothing more frustrating than to listen to someone talk about suffering and comfort in a theoretical way, and they have no experience. Remember that Paul's talking about receiving God's comfort in times of trials from personal experience. When you read through 2 Corinthians 11, and you'll read just a short list of some of the troubles he experienced: imprisonments, beatings, lashes from the Jews, shipwrecks, beaten with rods are just some of his troubles. He has legitimately experienced trouble and trials. And what he says to you and me today is that in the midst of our troubles, the God of all comfort, he gives you all the comfort you need for all the troubles you face. The more comfort you need, the more comfort you'll experience. If you Google the word comforter, you'll find some that come up for sale, and you'll see pictures of quilts and bed blankets that you can buy. But not all comforters are very comforting. There have been times in my place, I've gone to grab a comforter and take an afternoon nap on the couch. But sometimes the comforter, it doesn't cover all of me, or it doesn't cover all of you. And you've been there, you're lying on the couch and you cover yourself and your feet are popping out the other end. And that comforter isn't very comforting because there's a part of you that it's missing. It's not big enough. It's not adequate enough to do the job that it's supposed to do. That's the image Paul gives us of God's comfort. And what has encouraged me in this verse is this little word, all. Don't miss it. Praise be to the God of all comfort, who comforts us in all of our troubles. God has all his comfort for all our troubles. There aren't some troubles that he can't comfort. He comforts all our troubles. It's not that he comforts this and he comforts this, but over here he doesn't comfort that. And he doesn't say, well, you brought this on yourself. If it's your fault, I'm not going to comfort that trouble. It's the God of all comfort for all our troubles. And if we live believing that, it changes how we process trouble and trials. It's that God gives you all the comfort you need for all the troubles you face. And the more comfort you need, the more comfort he'll give and you'll experience. And there are many of you on the other side of this screen who I know testify to that and have found that to be true. And may it be true for you. Be encouraged, friends.